I'm going to do a quick video to show you. You can do these heat transfers the way they are. You just peel the paper backing off, lay them on whatever you're going to crochet, whatever you're going to put them on. Put a piece of parchment paper over and just on a cotton satin press, and then lift up your parchment paper and it's applied. So what it does is it melts the heat transfer onto the item. If you're crocheting or putting this on a crochet, you really want to be careful with it and just use the tip of your iron and hit the transfer. You don't want to hit the crochet work around it with the heat because it will melt your crochet work. So I'm really careful. I just use the tip of my iron and touch all the way around so that I don't melt that material that's seen. But what I like to do also if you just apply the heat transfer, you can see the bumps of the crochet. So I've learned to make my own. And I put a piece of fabric behind, and you can use any fabric. You can buy fabric. I usually will just save old fabric, old t-shirts, whatever you have. Any piece of fabric will work as long as it's clean and that it doesn't matter. I usually will try to match my fabric to it. So what I do is I take my my fabric, and I'm going to actually make my fabric that part of my fabric. So I'm just going to lay my parchment paper over it and press. It's on a cotton satin. And now that's on there. So that's basically what you would get is if you put it on a piece of fabric or a t-shirt. But what I want to do is I want to make this into an applique. So it actually makes it double thick. So I use this stuff and get it at Walmart. It's called Heat Bond. So it's a shiny paper, and it will make your fabric an actual applique. So I take a piece of that, you put the shiny side up, and you lay your heat transfer that's already on your fabric, that little scrap piece of fabric. Lay your parchment paper, always lay parchment paper, and then you're going to iron that. So what you're doing is you're making a double thick heat transfer onto a piece of fabric, and then you're actually making it into an applique. So now if I cut around, I'm going to cut around the edges of that, and then when you peel off the backing of this paper, you just put a piece of parchment paper on and iron it. And I'm going to send you both kinds so that you can try and see what I'm talking about. It comes out so much nicer in my opinion. So I'll send both types so that you can see the difference. You can use it this way, just a plain old heat transfer, or you can use it with a fabric, and I'll guarantee you when you use it with a fabric, you're going to say, oh yes, that's the way to go. All right, thank you.